recording. Alright, bet. Let's have a look.
One question: am I getting a video of this whole session or not?
Yeah, I can send it to you.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Nice. Okay.
No problem. Alright, cool. So, tell me how you think the first 3 waves will play out in your matchup. And tell me the implication of your summoner spell choice.
In this laning phase, we're getting mostly pushed in, I think, the first 3 waves, and cleanses. Therefore, did I not get one shot from Varus and Swain combo? Like Swain E into Varus ult is instant lethal.
Yep.
As well as Varus ult into Swain E is also lethal.
Right. So something to note this game is that Varus has no cleanse, which means in the 2v2 he might be a little bit stronger in the sense that he has more effective HP, but he's super susceptible to a gank, right? We have a roaming assassin
really
this game.
Yeah. Can you go maybe full screen?
Yeah, sure. Everything fine?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, so what you say is correct, that you're probably going to get pushed in. Now, the thing that you need to pay attention to is that you actually have better pushing power than Varus. Because he doesn't have lethal tempo, obviously he has an attack speed steroid in his kit. But the issue is, if you use your spell to push the wave, then Varus is going to trade a lot of your HP, right?
Yeah. And
Whereas,
I can't contest him, right? Because
exactly,
he's more ranged than me.
For sure. Okay. Well, so, and we'll get into that, right? So, when you're in a range disadvantage, in a matchup where you have range disadvantage, where should you actually stand?
Behind my caster minions.
Okay, so you have 2 options. For me, the most sort of safe one that you're saying is you stand behind your minions and you sort of let them push you in, right?
Yeah.
Now, when the lane begins... Okay, so when the lane begins, what information do you think would be super crucial for both bot lanes in this matchup?
Where jungle started. So jungle info.
So that's...
Like Raptor ward would be crucial.
Yeah, I think that's useful. So both mid laners, maybe your mid laner could ward their raptors, and mid laner could ward your raptors. Think about something more specific to your lane.
Maybe lane ward.
Right. Which bush?
Maybe either the first or the last. The first one on my side, or the last, I think.
So you think either bush 1, let's call this one 1, 2, and 3. You think 1 or 3 is the best. So why not 2?
Yeah, now you're letting me think about it. It's like 2 has way more value, because if they walk through 3, they're on 2, and if they're not on 2, if they're on 2, they're not on 1. So it's like 2 wards in one place.
So yeah, like I'm glad that I didn't say anything. I didn't make any implication. I just asked you, "Are you sure?" And you've gone through your own sort of individual process, which makes me really confident for your learning process. So the reason why you'd ward the front bush, right? And we can go through the theory of this. The reason why you'd ward this bush here is when you're versing champions that want to trade with you as the wave comes in. So let me give you an example. Let's think about Ezreal or Karma, right? They're probably sitting in this bush or an Ashe, and they're going to wait for the wave to pass, and then they're going to try to poke you, right? So what you can do, what's really important, is that when both teams start in the base at level 1, right? The team that's faster to the bot bush is blue side, of course, right? Because you guys run at this at a similar speed. So the important thing is that you get a ward in this bush. Sorry, I know it looks in this bush.
I get it.
Yeah. In matchups where you're going to get poked as the wave comes in. And now the implication of this is not to save HP. The implication is that all your minions aggro them faster, which means that the wave will push quicker to you, meaning that you won't get zoned experience.
I get it.
Makes sense? So in this lane, the thing that's super important is that, well, if both bot lanes can get to bot at the same time if they click there, warding the middle bush, what it does is it actually allows you to see 2 things. The first thing is, did they ward it?
Yeah.
Did enemy ward? I don't know, my handwriting sucks. Did the enemy ward? And now we have a decision tree, right? It's like yes or no. Sorry for my disgusting handwriting. Now, if they did ward it, what does it mean? Well, they probably control the bush because we're at a range disadvantage. Now, if they didn't ward it, where do you think you should stand?
They didn't ward. I think in the brush.
right? So the point is, even when you're in a range disadvantage matchup, you can get information. The first one is you can try to ward this. If they ward it, now we know two things. The first one is that we can't stand here because they have range advantage.
Yeah.
The second thing is they might only have one ward, or maybe the enemy support took sweeper, meaning that they don't have a ward for our jungler. So we get so much information from this just starting the game at level 1.
Yeah, I see it. Wow.
Now,
Like,
the interesting thing is, right, so let's say the enemy AD carry is a Caitlyn, or even in this case, it's a Varus, right?
Yeah.
So you're down, I think, 50 to 75 range? I think it's 50.
75.
Is it 75? You're right.
Varus is 600 and Kaisa is 525.
Perfect. 75. You know what? Even better than me. Now, what does it mean? Well, okay, so every time we're in an open space, if this guy moves correctly and you move correctly, you can't control the wave. But the thing is, Varus has Comet, and what's Varus's E cooldown? Do you know?
I think like maybe 13 seconds. I don't know exactly, but
it's higher.
Long cooldown.
Higher than 13.
Level 1?
Yes.
Okay. 18,
so it's around 18. Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
And we can check to be specific after, but I'm pretty sure it's around 18.
Okay.
I actually did with one of my players today. We were talking about this. So the important thing is, well, what's Kaisa's Q cooldown?
6.
Bit higher.
8.
It's about 8. So let's say we don't know in the game, right? Because sometimes we're not going to know perfectly. Let's say it's an approximately 8 versus so Kaisa Q versus approximately let's say 15. Let's just say if we didn't know, it was around 15. So we actually have the difference is about 2x.
Yeah.
So what it ends up meaning is that on the initial trade, Varus is going to outtrade us with his Comet and with his range advantage. But if we auto Q him for his auto E, we lose the trade, except we're also going to push the wave. So what you can start doing in these losing matchups is you can try to trade with them, thinking about the next trade. So the first trade, you're going to lose, but you can set yourself up for a better trade on level 2. So in some matchups, you have to make the choice. The first one is, if I contest the wave, am I going to lose too much HP? Sometimes the answer is yes. In other matchups, you can actually lose some HP to contest the wave, and then the power dynamic shifts on level 2.
Okay.
Does that make sense? This is a lot of information.
Taking a bad trade to get wave
in a position that will give you that like flip the power in the trade.
Yeah.
So once you get level 2, you'll absolutely destroy the Varus. And Varus has no cleanse. Yes. So it's something to think about. Now, I haven't seen this game through. So everything we've talked about so far has been theory. But the thing we should take from the game is, which bush do I need warded? What information does it give me? And then how do I play based on the information I get? So you come back to lane, you see that both bot lanes ward. By the way, in a high-elo game, both bot lanes would have warded this. For sure, in this matchup.
Okay.
And what's interesting then is, okay, well, actually, this game, the way that you outplay Varus is by outsmarting him and waiting for your jungler. And so from the level 1, you get information to know about their ward, which you can give to Jarvan later. If you tell a jungler they don't have a ward and they're close by, usually the jungler will just trust you because they understand that you're thinking about the game. Information like that will be game changing. Okay, now this is all of this was theoretical. Let's get into the game. All right, enemy bot lane was AFK.
Yeah, that's
There's
not
wards.
like it's supposed to do.
But that's fine.
They invaded because
okay.
it's late.
They could have invaded, right? We don't know yet, but they could have.
They did on top
we
side.
see.
Like very early.
I understand what you mean. On top side.
Way back. Yeah, they killed Jarvan. And,
okay, you know, I didn't even notice this. I didn't even notice this. So let's do some more theoretical stuff. Jarvan dies level 1 top side. What is your job now?
Deny Varus minion XP and gold if I can.
Okay, sure, but
and deny Swain XP and gold.
Let's see. Look at the when you get information. You get information at 113. There's no minions to deny, no pressure to apply right now. So what could you do?
What?
Where?
In bush. Maybe at blue. Maybe at enemy blue.
Right. enemy blue. Great answer. Correct. Now, why would you do that?
It's like the same if mid laner wards Raptors, but for me, I have time to clear it. I'm AFK standing under my turret, or
Mhm.
like I could have warded it, yeah, and it gives
Okay.
me intel where he's pathing and what he's doing.
So I want you to think very carefully about this, because this is not so much about your game. So when you ward,
Okay.
of course, you get some information about which way he's pathing, but the most important
Yeah.
thing is for Jarvan.
Yeah, he knows if he
Because
invaded him or not.
Basically, exactly. So Jarvan right now can't go to his blue side, right?
Yeah.
It would be a mistake for him to go to his blue side. He goes to his red
Yeah.
side. Now,
Yeah.
enemy could either
I
be
see it.
here, here, or here.
Yeah.
And if you ward level 1, you get information
Yeah.
that he's not here. So now we have a choice. It's either he's in 1 or 2, second quadrant. By the time Jarvan has done 3 camps, we are either going to see him path here, or if he doesn't
Yeah.
show by a certain timer, we know he took this.
I see it.
You see?
Yeah, it would be really useful if it's not like if he goes to blue, it's the flip. If it's not up, he's
Correct.
jungle
He's screwed.
really-
Jungle's GG.
Yeah.
So Jarvan
Yeah,
does the
yeah,
right
yeah.
thing by not going to blue.
Yeah, and I
But,
did not.
and the enemy team
get it.
exposed themselves here. They
Yeah.
exposed themselves. So the most important thing is when people do things level 1, there is always something you can do on the other side of the map, and usually it's vision.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah,
what else
okay.
could you do? Swain's here. Where's Varus? Imagine Varus is AFK in this bush like a low elo player, and you walk at
Yeah.
him from this angle.
I mean,
Now all of a
it's
sudden
like
he lost his flash. Now who gets pushed? Me. Now who can invade bot side? Us. So
Okay.
when the enemy team gives you information, pressure how best you can. And in this case,
Okay.
drop vision. Now,
Yeah.
you don't have information level 1. So you can provide the information for yourself by warding the middle bush.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you understand where I'm coming from,
Yeah.
with this?
I can't go into blue buff if they're not invading. because
Correct.
It's risky to go solo and
Absolutely.
flip it.
Absolutely.
Okay, I get it. Yeah.
So
I see it.
So it's conditional, right? It's
Yeah,
if X,
yeah.
then Y.
Yeah.
And you can make league, when you see like really mechanical players like Chovy, Pays, Viper, when you see them make these really crazy mechanical outplays, a lot of it is thought out. They know, okay, on this timer, this Alistar is going to flash
Yeah.
combo me. He's going to Q flash me because it makes sense, And then their reaction is like, wow, they're just playing on low ping, or they're just like so talented, but it's like they know it's coming,
Yeah, they know they see it in the
right? And the combination of the two makes for that inhuman outplay. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's continue, okay?
Okay.
So, do you know the back 3 minion trick to make the wave push to you?
if you hit one and go to the brush, you mean?
So,
So they
If
aggro me, and then
Yeah.
I go into a fog of war.
I'm not sure why it works like this, but if you auto attack the back middle minion,
Yeah.
all 3 casters change their aggro to you.
Yeah.
And then once you drop the aggro by walking backwards, they will attack the same melee minion.
Yeah.
Which means if they are late, they will lose one melee CS
okay.
of gold, not XP. You can't zone them the XP usually.
Yeah,
But do you see how all the ranged? One's
Yeah,
autoing
that's
here,
exactly-
one's autoing here, one's autoing here.
Really random.
So in this matchup, maybe you can't control the wave if they play good. But when you're in situations where the wave is neutral and you want to last hit this one once.
okay.
Because if you hit the back minion, it doesn't change the position of the wave, right?
Yeah.
Because the position of the wave is based on the melees.
Yeah.
So the only reason that this would change where the wave settles, closer to you or further away from you, is if one of these creeps died.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because then
you
it's
can actually, this is called layering. And yeah, we could get into that more specifically, but the concept is layering. It's just a neat little trick for level 1. So, let's go back. What's your job right now?
So what again?
What's your job right now? Like, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I think I want to pressure Varus here.
Okay. How are you going to pressure Varus?
Walk up and auto Q him, I think.
Can you do it from this range?
No, I can't.
So where should you be
I-
positioned?
More towards Varus.
Right? So, and this is where we need to be specific. We need to be in range to auto attack this or Q
Yeah.
this, but also in
Yeah.
range here.
Yeah.
So your actual point is somewhere around this radius.
Mm-hmm.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Now- Now I want you to think about it from Varus's perspective. What's his job right now?
He's just trying to get XP and gold if he can.
What
He
do you think Varus should do right now?
he should eat a wave. With,
Right?
3 minions.
Now look at where you stand. There's a
Yeah, I'm
world
getting
where
a-
Varus gets 3 creeps,
Yeah, and he's poking
and
me down.
comets
It's
you.
like, yeah, it's the best of both worlds.
and
for
you
him.
don't
It's
auto
really
attack
bad.
him.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, I see it.
horrible.
Yeah,
Horrible.
It's really bad. Okay.
So not only should we be here, but Varus shouldn't be able to get any of these with his E, and if he does, absolutely you should not be getting hit by it.
Yeah, I see
So
it.
right now, even if you don't know, you're applying 0 pressure. And look at your Fiddlesticks.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, I know what to do. But
Yeah,
then
he
Fiddlesticks gets punished by your positioning. Look, he's even
Yeah.
pinging. Yo.
Yeah.
Yo. Varus is boosted, doesn't E. Okay. But do you see how, like...
I see it. I understand.
Good.
Yeah. It's
Perfect.
really bad for me to not be more in front.
Yes. You should make Varus pick. Either
Yeah.
he E autos you, and then we get the trade we
Yeah.
talked about before, where you auto Q for
Yeah.
his auto E.
Yeah, and he loses like
Correct.
XP and gold.
But in
Yeah,
this
I-
case, he made a mistake, but he could have got both.
Yeah, he could have gotten both. Yeah.
Now you fix your positioning, it's nice. Same thing. Now, the only other thing is, we have to be worried about Swain maybe eating from here.
Yeah.
So now your pocket goes to here. It's in range to this, in range to
Mm-hmm.
cover up on Fiddle here. So do you see how based on your 2 decisions, you can get sort of an approximate area where you should stand?
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
start, what do I call it? Like, did you ever play Battleships? Do you know that game?
Yes.
Where you like have the board and then you like guess?
I get it.
Yeah.
I did.
So
Yeah, I
you
can
can
move like into
based
E2 now.
correct, right? So let's say the enemy you're playing battleships against someone and they have a long ship, right?
Yeah.
You're not going to make a guess in areas where there's only 2 little spaces.
Yeah.
Makes sense? I don't know if
Yeah.
it's the best analogy, but I think it makes sense to me.
Yeah, I get it.
Perfect. Okay. So our positioning matters. Now, what just happened?
We hit 2 and Swain is 1. We have to. We want to fight here.
We want to fight?
Yeah, we have level advantage, no?
You see it?
Yeah, I'm too far.
Way too far. And
Yeah,
at
way
what
too
point? At what point did you make the mistake?
far. Last hitting the minion. Yeah, I walked back.
The
but
mistake's already here.
Yeah, I walked way too. I walked
This
like
input.
melee range for this minion. Yeah, I walked melee range for the minion. Yeah.
Right?
And this was this as well. Yeah.
Because you're going to level up in 2 creeps.
Yeah.
And you're scared of Swain Swain E potentially, so it could be here.
Yeah.
So this could be dangerous. Our positioning is actually here. And it's outside, it's away from these 2 minions. Again, forcing Varus, if you want these creeps, you risk that maybe on the level 2 time up you get flashed on because you have no cleanse. And alternatively, you need to use your spell to farm this.
Yeah.
So you put him under so much pressure now if you position here.
Yeah, this like really small mistakes, but they are really bad and
monstrous.
Punish him way more. Yeah, I could punish him
Monstrous.
way,
Yes.
like small movement is like. This,
Yeah. So
I
he even got XP.
Yeah.
If I was this
yeah.
Varus and this is what happened level 1, I'd be here. Standing here, waiting for the wave to crash
Waiting
because
for
my
the
game's
bounce,
lost.
yeah.
My lane is lost from
Yeah.
level 1.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
leveled up. We
Yeah.
take our W. Fiddlesticks is ready to go. Good. Good. Okay. Push. Jarvan got some camps. Nice. Wave crashed. Okay, what do we buy? Cull Dagger. 2 long swords. Why Dagger?
Because I'm building. I thought I was going statics. And
Uh-huh.
It's just builds out of 1, no? Statics.
I don't think you're right about this.
Really?
You might be right about this. So it's
Dagger, Rectrix, Slingshot, Pickaxe.
true. You're right. So in my opinion, so
Double dagger would be way better. Yeah, it's
actually,
way more gold efficient.
no. I think Carl is really good here, and I buy Carl pretty much every game on Kaisa.
Yeah.
Because once you get pickaxe plus static or kraken, you have Q upgrade at level 8.
Yeah, I just learned. Funny enough, I just learned about it today. I did not even think about this.
Yeah.
So if you get Karl in your build path, you have easy Q evolve.
Yeah, absolutely. It's actually one of the most important things on Kaisa.
Yeah, items got nerfed, and she's lacking the 5 AD now for
Yeah.
items.
For sure.
Yeah.
So sometimes
I
people in the
see it.
past as well would even change their runes, like they wouldn't take attack speed. Sometimes in the past, people have used absolute focus as a way to try to get some bonus AD. Anyway, it's crucial about getting the Q upgrade. So I would have personally done Carl, but it's not like it's not the end of the world. Okay, so we check information. Lee Sin's top. What's our job right now?
Just farm, I guess. I think I don't. I'm still at the range at disadvantage, so I don't think I can really hard. I have to go for a long trade if I want to trade, but short trades I will lose, I think.
I want you to think even more like on an even more micro level. Like what's your job coming out of base? Because you're doing half your job right. Do you want me to give you the answer?
Yeah, I can't think about it.
Okay.
Of it.
First answer is when you come out of base, you have no job. You have no minions to farm, you have no fight to fight. So the only things you need to be deciding is, am I going mid to gank mid?
Yeah.
Am I going bot to catch bots? And if you cannot do either, like once you've made that decision, and in this case you need to go bot because there's nothing's going to happen mid if you go.
Yeah.
You're collecting info, which you do. So this is great, right? Great what you do. Second thing is, can I use W?
Yeah. I mean, I could have looked on my screen now.
So it's not about Varus. I see you lost this cannon.
Yeah, I was really mad about it because I looked too long to the fight. I was like
Right.
stuck on the
So
top side.
getting info and can I use my W? Now a good player, a good Varus player always blocks this. Always.
Yeah.
Because he knows your tempo from base. But a lot of players won't. And even if he does block it, your W's on cooldown, you're waiting for the wave to receive, he gets chunked.
Yeah.
You missed the window, okay?
Yeah, I see it.
Perfect. Okay, let's continue. Nice.
Yeah, hitting him in a choke is like really easy, I think. This Q was bad, I think. Minions.
Okay. Something I want you to think about is the difference in minion HP, okay? This is a very important concept in laning. Right now, no minions are in threat of dying, okay?
Yeah.
Right now, the trade that both you and Varus should take is either you abstain, so you click back, which is good, or you auto Q for his auto E. And there's no way for you to outplay that. Like you're gonna take a spell plus auto, and he's gonna take a spell plus Q. Now, you opt into not going for that. That's okay. Right here, you should have got punished. Because he has no minion to kill, and you have a minion to kill. So he should have chunked you here. Now, let's apply the reverse logic. Do you have a minion to kill right now?
No.
So when he needs to last hit this, force him into a choice.
Yeah.
Hit me or take the minion.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Or if you're really, 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 really good, in hard matchups, you try to match. When he needs to last hit, you try to match your last hit.
So he can't pressure me.
Exactly. But that's like deep into challenger games.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? But I'm just pointing it out because I feel like you're understanding everything that I'm saying, so why not give you a bit of extra juice?
Yeah.
Good. You stand behind the wave. Great. Got the auto Q off. Perfect. Right now, okay, we see Swain mid.
But one question: is it worth to trade in with Varus if he has minions next to him with auto Q, and he gives me auto E because my Q is like damage splitted?
So
Is it still worth it?
it's not that simple. In the case where your teammates are coming bot, you have your jungler on your side, maybe your jungler is clearing down here, but you know the enemy jungler is going here, any trade is good. Not
Okay.
any trade,
Yeah.
but you could take a losing trade, but he's gonna end
Yeah.
up being like your teammates are faster bot.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden you trade 40%, he trades 20%. It's not good for him.
Yeah.
In the alternative, maybe you trade, you lose 10% of your health and he loses 20. It's like, oh yeah, I took a
Yeah.
good trade, but like, yeah, your jungler's diving top and enemy jungler's about to be
right.
bot. So it depends on the map states,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So, but in isolation, it's probably
Yeah.
not good because
Okay.
your Q damage is going to split on the minions,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then you need to think more intensely. Does he have Comet? Can I dodge his E with my E? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it depends on
Okay.
the map state, and it depends on your champion strength. And in this case, you would lose the trade. So my
Yeah.
question is to you, what is your job right now?
I think I should have hold the wave here and not like lasted it.
Why?
Like because the next wave is gonna stack, and maybe we can go for a slow push into dive or something like this.
Okay,
Jump
so
like around mid.
let me ask you something else. So what holding this wave does is it does two things. The first one is it keeps you safe, and the second thing is it allows you to attack later, like you've described.
Yeah.
The issue is, what's Varus's job right now? Because I'm trying to ask you from both perspectives. So your job
Yeah.
is to hold this wave now, we've decided that. What's Varus's job?
He could either poke me or get vision.
So what's he doing here?
He's getting vision, I think.
So, right now Varus could be doing three things. He could be dropping a ward here, he
Yeah.
could be charging Q to fuck you here, or he could
Yeah.
be moving mid.
Yeah. Also this, yeah.
Two options, you don't get screwed. One option, you get screwed. Make sense? In the option that
Yeah.
he goes mid or drops a ward, you lose nothing. In the option that he Qs
Yeah.
you lose 200 HP.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
right now, where should you be catching the wave from?
Like a little more down, I think.
Here.
With my champion. Yeah. With my champion down. Not giving
Right?
him an angle to Q me.
For sure.
Yeah.
Or you stand here knowing it's coming, you put your camera here and you get ready to E. Like
Yeah,
if you want to try to
okay.
bait it. But the point is, he
Yeah.
has three choices, and only one of them you get screwed, and it's the one that you don't respect.
I see.
So you ping missing, but it's not missing. You ping here or here. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
This is not
Yeah,
helping
yeah.
your teammates. Like, you
Yeah.
know exactly what his choices are.
Yeah.
Either he
which- yeah.
bases, roams, wards,
Yeah.
or pokes you.
Yeah.
So this ward is, like, this ping is useless for your teammates.
Yeah.
And your positioning is poor. So let's continue, right? So I just hope you don't use your Q here. That's the only thing you're not allowed to do is Q. That's fine. Okay. Now, again. Varus could have been here anywhere here. He shows, you throw a W. I really like that as soon as he shows.
Yeah, try to W him when he's charging his Q
Yeah.
because it slows him. Yeah.
Well, like, I mean, that's true, but also, like, you lose
Make it-
1v1 to this guy, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, so there's not going to be an all-in where it's like, oh, my W was down. In
Yeah,
this timer, in the next 22 seconds, you're not going to need your W. So
Yeah.
if you can hit it, it could be good. Now, in the case of Varus is a good player, he never gets hit by this because you didn't make him choose. Like, you want to W him when he's last hitting. Again,
When
same
he's
thing.
last sitting, yeah,
But
yes,
if
I
he
see,
locks himself against a wall, for example here, if he locks himself
Yeah.
here, or you
Yeah.
stand here, it's very easy for you guys to hit skill shots.
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Or like if he's running away and he's next to the wall, right? Like if you're running
Yeah.
away and you're next to the wall, like it's kind of hard to
Yeah.
dodge down, so you can only dodge up.
Yeah.
So if you throw it somewhere in the middle, chances are it will hit. But if you're in open space, you can dodge on any axis.
Yeah, you can
You're not
go
pressured.
both
It's easy.
buttons, both sides.
So
Okay.
let's watch. You dodge his Q. Great trade. Bard, Fiddlesticks is mid, enemy supports Bard. FF. You respect. Good movement. Cleanse. Good play.
I could have flashed it, I think, but
So,
I don't
so
think.
what do you need to flash in this play?
Swainy, I think.
So your mechanics allowed you in a situation where you used no spell except E,
Yeah.
and you dodged
Yeah.
Swain E and Varus Q.
Well, that's true before, yeah.
So what do you need to flash now?
Damage spells, basically. Just Varus E or Swain Q.
So, look, 1, 2, 3. Where does most of Varus's damage in his kit come from in the early game?
It's passive.
So yeah, his
Oh,
attack speed, that's true.
But it's just the spells, like it's early
Right,
it's
like his
spells, like
blight,
the
right?
rocket
His
giving
W,
Q.
his W passive, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I see it. Yes, yeah.
So
Okay.
your initial assessment is completely correct. Either you need to flash the Swain E, or you need to
Yeah.
cleanse it. So if you cleanse it quick enough, he can't pull you, right? Like he can't
Yeah.
use it. Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
actually, you just need to cleanse it, and then you need to flash a damage spell.
Mhm.
And what you say is correct.
Mhm.
Can I flash Swain Q or Varus E? Well, it depends. Like it's better to flash Swain Q if I don't have any blight stacks on me. But if I have blight stacks on me,
Yeah.
I should flash
Yeah.
Varus's spell.
Yeah, this does a lot of damage because I have
Right?
stacks on me.
He has 3
You're right,
stacks.
you're right.
So you're actually in a situation where if you flash this, and
Yeah.
maybe you get into a situation where you flash the Swain Q too, you
Yeah.
probably double kill them. It's
Yeah,
gonna
I
be
thought,
close. It's gonna be close.
Yeah, I thought I had 2 cookies charging. I thought it was
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
Not get dying there, but the stack side does too much damage. It's,
Yeah. Okay. Now what? You're pinging to push?
Yeah.
You think it's good for you?
I think because the next wave is gonna be faster at the wave because it's near my lane, near my turret, and it's giving him a lot of XP to catch up when he's from base.
Uh-huh.
And I'm stuck under his turret if we not push, and in a very awkward situation in front of his tower. I think.
Okay.
I don't know if they not push this.
This wave, right? It's gonna slow
Yeah.
push to the enemy. But if you guys
Yeah.
continue, but it's not that one-sided. Like this is gonna push quite slowly, right? Because the cannon's almost dead.
Okay.
So there's a world where this wave's actually good for you.
Okay.
I actually think with how it's RNG'd, it's actually gonna push to you. But let's go through the scenario where this is slow pushing out, okay? Because I think it's more important, right? You think that this wave is going to slow push them, therefore you want to push it.
Yeah.
You don't know where this guy is, and you don't know what this guy's going to do. So the issue is that if they start to push the wave, which is going to take them some time, how are they going to push it? Well, if they want to push fast, they have to use their spells.
Yeah.
What means is when the wave ends up getting here, your teammates don't have spells up, which means that they can just hold the wave here. And there's nothing that your teammates can do except die.
I see.
So, like, what you're saying is, like, technically correct. That if the wave is slow pushing out and your teammates can crash it, it could be good. But you have to also consider how much XP you lose. So in this case, it's better not to push. Because even if you lose a few minions on the slow push, you're still going to catch most of it. Makes sense?
Yeah, I guess.
But the wave is actually good for you. Like, I think you misassessed the wave, but that's beside the point. Like, that's fine.
Yeah,
Happens.
I really had time deciding if I needed to push or not in some wave states. Yeah, now the wave is good. Yeah, and now they push it.
And now it's just like, solo queue, classic.
Yeah, it's whatever.
But like
whatever,
here, it's like actually what should have happened is there should have been no further fight. Wave should have been frozen on your side. And then Varus has to walk up for a CS. Maybe Jarvan does one camp. He comes back bot or recalls. But he's full health, right? So I don't even care what happens here. It's probably just... I mean, we can review... Like, maybe it's worth looking at least. By the way, what elo are you?
Master 470.
Ah, okay, yeah, got it. Yeah, because your inputs are good.
Thanks.
Like I'm supposed to be coaching another guy who's like low master and another guy that's in platinum, I think, today.
Okay.
So I was like, yeah, there's no way, there's no way you're low master or platinum. You also use attack champs only, which is nice. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really going to talk too much about the micro. Obviously, killing Swain's not that useful. You should have W flashed on the CC and then use the auto, like get your auto input off before he flashes. Like, there's a lot of things. Then obviously you could have
Okay.
placed it better. Then you're kind of fucked. You didn't take into consideration that Aurora is moving, so using a flash to kill Swain actually ends up screwing you.
Yeah, it's really bad. Yeah.
There's a lot
That's
of like things to it, but I don't think it's that useful to review. Look at your XP.
Yeah, I'm really. Yeah, this is exactly. Yes, this is like because all of the shenanigans, I'm like half a level down
Right?
now.
And it's actually your timer. If you have sums, it's actually your timer to win 1v1 if you play good.
Yeah, but in this scenario, how could I have ended up not being expanded XP in this wave stage?
No, nothing. You just like
Okay.
you just need to
Okay.
like instead of pinging your teammates to push, you need to tell them, hey, leave it.
Okay.
Tell your Jarvan to go farm his
So-
camps, you know. But then he ends
so
up
I'm not
staying
using,
around.
like-
That fight that
Yeah.
happened bot is actually completely on you.
Yeah,
You're the one
okay,
instigating it.
I see it.
You know.
I see it.
But it's
I
not
see-
good for
okay.
your teammates, and it's not good for you
Yeah.
as well. Okay, now. Did you see it? You already made a mistake.
No. By walking towards the wall? By placing myself next to the wall?
What information do we have right now?
Swain is mid.
Yeah.
And we don't see jungle or mid laner.
Uh-huh.
And Varus is alone.
So, you don't see jungle, which is a good point, but think about it from Varus's perspective. His support is mid, and he doesn't see Jarvan. Who
Yeah.
should be more scared?
Varus.
Okay, so the point I'm trying to get across to you is this movement here. You know what that says to me when I'm playing Varus? In a super high elo game, I'm thinking, okay, maybe Kaisa's baiting. In a normal game, I'm
Okay.
thinking this guy doesn't have someone behind him. You show absolutely no dominance with these clicks. In this case, you know that he's screwed because he supports mid. So the way you should actually be clicking is you should be tethering here, forwards and backwards. And you should be saying to him, hey, you sure no one's behind me? Do you know how close Fiddle is to bot? Do you know where Jarvan is? And this guy will click back.
I thought with my moving back, I would not make him scared, and so Fiddle
Sure.
could join in the fight.
And I
But
think what
you're
you
right,
say is
you're
super
right.
reasonable. If you have a reasoning and you're thinking about you're trying to bait him here, I don't care what sort of end of the mind game you want to play. Maybe you're right, maybe you're wrong, maybe it's good, maybe it's bad. It's beside the point. But your clicks show him something. If you think he's stupid enough to walk up and die by playing it safe, I get your point completely. But the point is, you know that you have a better like information condition than him. Does that make sense?
Yes, I've advantage over him because I see my support and he doesn't.
Yes.
I see his support as well. I see
Good
it.
players see the map from the enemy team's perspective.
Mm-hmm.
They understand what the enemy sees and they play off the weakness and exploitable parts of that.
Mm-hmm.
Your support's first bot, exploit the information. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So you also have no cleanse. Hate this. I hate your Q here.
Okay.
Because you have the difference in time between Fiddle coming bot and their support coming bot. And this is all from Fog of War. This is all from my intuition. You have this amount of time. Guess how long it takes to walk from here to here?
From what? From where? Yeah, like one Q cooldown. Yeah, it's like maybe 8 seconds. Yeah.
Do you see?
I'm making myself weekend in the 2v2.
It's like your advantage is it's not gone, but like this is a fast play.
Yeah. Because
But
you, have, like,
you
this
make it
nice
slower
time gap.
by wasting your Q.
Yeah.
Even if you
time
needed to
advantage,
Q, like you are out of range to take this minion, you still shouldn't Q it.
Yeah.
It's so much
doesn't-
less important than being ready for this position.
Yeah, Q does nothing here. I don't need the XP for something. Yeah, you're right.
Now,
you're right.
what should you do right now?
I should anticipate that Varus would ult me here.
Right. So Varus has two
And block with my
choices.
E.
Varus has
Yeah.
two choices. If he ults Fiddlesticks, right?
Yeah.
Then you see the location in which he ults from. So let's say option 1. Option 1 ults. Oh wait, Fiddle.
Yeah.
Fit. 2 alt. Kaisa. Oh, sorry, it's kind of trash. So
It's fine.
if he ults Fiddle, what happens? Decision tree again.
If he ults Fiddle, I can.
What
hit him.
information do you get when he ults?
Yeah, he's no ult now, and
And
he's
his
using a lot of damage.
position.
Yeah, and his position. Okay.
So now you see that he ults from here, knowing
Yeah.
what that means is you cannot miss your W. Meaning
Yes.
that he either has to flash or you'll W and then plasma on him to his escape path, and maybe you'll kill him, maybe you won't.
Mhm.
Now, what about in the decision tree where he ults you?
I just hit W.
Right?
Because I'm
So
muted.
so you need to buffer. Like, I don't know if you
Yeah.
play much Ezreal, but when you get CC'd, it's a great time to ult. What
Yeah,
Viper's really
yeah,
good
yeah,
at is he
but-
ults when he has no other thing to input because you have the tooltip timer.
The time, yeah.
Yeah, and the other thing is you have no clans.
Yeah.
So he should ult you,
Yeah.
which means that actually what you should do is you should play with him. Input here, 1 input back.
Yeah.
Make sense?
And like try to dodge the ultimate, yeah.
Right.
Like, make him-
You will dodge it
yeah,
100%.
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
the time in which he has to cast is when? Before he leaves the bush.
Yeah, he's on a timer.
So
yeah,
you
I see.
know in the next
yeah.
like 0.5 of a second he's gonna cast.
Yes.
And right
yes,
now
yes.
Fiddle is like, yeah, he's kind of in range. Maybe Fiddle has flash, maybe not. He knows you have no sums if he's a good player.
Yeah.
He
Mhm.
absolutely ults you. It's more likely that he's going to ult you than the Fiddle. Based on our summoner status, maybe he's a bad player and doesn't realize. It's whatever though. Right? I need to clear this now. So, little input on the dodge. Now, this is not me saying that you have bad mechanics. This is purely predictive. You can know it's coming and you can dodge it with the worst mechanics in like High Master.
Yeah.
Okay, you input your W. Okay, he fail flashes the fear. Okay, it's fine. But do you see how like in 7 minutes 50 of the game, we're so detailed,
Yeah, it's really interesting. It's really interesting.
right?
It's like there's so much I did not think about and see that I'm getting from here. It's like really mind blowing for me right now. It's like a lot of
glad.
input and yeah, it's like mind blowing for me right
I'm glad. I'm glad it's been useful so far. Okay. You don't have info, so it's kind of reasonable to play a bit safe. It's fine. If Fiddle makes a mistake, it's okay. What does Varus do right now?
He's trying to get a plate
And what's your job?
and poke me. Stay heavy. And
So
blast it.
you have correct. So you have 3 jobs. 3 jobs.
Okay.
So the first one is stay healthy. Second one is last hit. What's the last one?
Be ready for Jarvan.
Look for
Look
W.
for W. Okay.
Small timer, but watch. 1, 2.
Yeah,
Three,
there. Yeah,
4.
I see it.
This auto attack, you should punish him with W.
Yeah, I see it.
And you know what else you can do then when he has plasma on him?
Yeah, I can ult on him.
So that's correct, but I want you to think. One more step. There's one more step that you're missing there.
If I hit plasma.
Your plasma is
Yeah,
now on Varus. What does
Yeah.
it mean for your position, your distance from Swain? I might not be phrasing this that well. It's kind of a tricky question. My
if I have
point
plasma
is,
on him, I can go like far back because I can ult on
Okay.
him.
basically
I don't know.
what I'm trying to say is once you have plasma on this guy, you always have the option
Yeah.
to ult him, right?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
that means is you can actually E into Swain. Because if Swain makes a mistake and casts, you will always ult over him and kill Varus.
Okay.
So as soon as you have Plasma on Varus or Swain, now you can all of a sudden play in Swain's E range.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Because if Swain uses E and you dodge it, you'll 1v2 them and kill Varus. Like, non-negotiable. He's dead 100%. He has no ult and he uses QE to poke.
Yeah, he's no flash, no barrier, he's dead, yeah.
Right? So it's all about this conditional stuff. If X, then Y, and Y.
Yeah.
And what you say is also correct. Being ready to follow up on Jarvan. So, once again. Jarvan is late, but also which way do you want to dodge the Q?
Yeah, forward, yeah.
Right? So, like, in this case, it's not even about dodging it so much as where your position goes over. Like, you're over-focusing, hyper-focusing on dodging this.
Yeah.
But you know that he's dead, right? No ulti, no Psalms. Like,
yeah.
The point is, does it matter in this case? No, Varus still dies. Is it going to matter in another game? Yes, it is.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Little thumbs up. A lot of bitch. Okay, what's the plan? Alright, we're like, not sure if I can push this.
Yeah, I think I should have pushed it. Yeah, I'm gonna push it.
Alright, I'm gonna be critical, okay? How do you clear this wave?
Get all minions low and then Q.
Okay, so I agree with you, and the reason why I'm not bothered too much by it is because you understand Kaiser's Q does more damage to low HP targets.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
right.
Or you can focus the first the melee minions.
Right. So there's right. So you actually have an option, right? And like there's actually 3 options here. The first one is what you do, where you get them as low as possible, and then you use your 6 bullets to execute. That's one option, and in some wave case scenarios, that's good. In this case. You have the other option, which is, like you say, queue the 3 melees, and then maybe your next queue will be up by the end time. Now, there's an option that's in between those that utilizes the
solo queue.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you should actually do it. You should actually auto attack the back one and queue the full first one. Then prep the back ones, and then your queue will kill. Then your next queue will kill the rest.
I get it. It's pushed faster. I get it. Yeah.
I'm being I'm min-maxing right now, but it's not that I care that you do this in the next game. It's that you see the process behind my thought. Like, by the time you ended up doing this, it's 8 seconds on your queue. It would have been up.
Yeah.
Like, these are the sorts of things you can be reviewing with yourself and thinking, should I have used 1 or 2 queues here? Did I have time? And which way should I have done it? I'll give you an example. From today, I was reviewing with my mid laner, a scrim, and he was playing Silas, and he was pretty low, and he wanted to push out one wave that was coming in here before he based, okay? And he does he damage to the melees, and then he kills the range, and then he bases, okay? So let me make this clear. So he goes for the melees, first, and then he goes for the ranged. And then enemy team was coming out of map, so he had to go back to make sure that he respected and his recall didn't get cancelled. So if you extend these 2 lines, you end up getting a length of about this, right? That's the total.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, my drawing's not that great. Now, what I told him was what you actually need to do is you need to walk to the back minions first, kill the back minions, because half of your path on retreating is to kill the front minions, which is also part of your job. And then he needs to go to his safe recall spot. And then you end up comparing the 2 lines, and he saves this much distance.
Yes.
Which is time.
Yeah.
And he saves this much time. And now it's like, hey man, this is like a tiny little thing. It's like probably only gonna matter for pro players. It's like, yes. But imagine if you did this you saw angles to do this same time thing 5 times in a solo queue game.
Yeah.
Or 10 times in a solo queue game. You start looking at plays and you're like, oh, but if I was just there 5 seconds faster, it's like...
Yes.
These small decisions will make huge differences.
Yeah.
That's all.
There are the 5 seconds. Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely. Okay, so we'll look for a few more minutes. Recall. Okay, you end up going for Kraken anyway.
Yeah, so double longsword would have been better.
Yeah, no, but like still, the Cole thing stands.
Yeah, curl is way better. Yeah, so right,
Yeah,
right,
for sure.
Right.
Same thing, coming back to lane, get info, but also use your W. Okay, you could get quite a few CS from coming back to lane using your W.
I see it.
Like my AD carry, like today, it was yesterday or something. Like my support was about to last hit a cannon, and he was like borderline yelling. He was like, "Don't hit it! I have W coming." You know, that's my
Okay,
boy.
yeah.
That's my boy.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, I like what you do here. You're being patient. You're waiting out your plasma time. It's really good. So like, I don't know if you're abusing the tooltip at the top left, but you see the plasma, right?
No, I counted it down. Also, it's just like feeling. I didn't.
Okay, it's
see the
feeling,
plasma.
but
Yeah, it's
you
feeling.
can use this as info as well. Like
Yeah,
the
of course,
tooltip's super
of course.
broken if you can pay attention to it. But the point is, what I really like is that you're looking for isolated Q here with how you
Yeah,
ult.
I try to get in solo Q.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Also, by the way, Viper's really good at this. You missed out on some damage efficiency here. What was it?
I could have gotten an auto first and then Q.
Yeah, you could have. Something else. I'm gonna let the
E
sequence.
before.
Yes.
E before.
Yes.
E before the
Correct.
attack speed.
Correct.
Mhm,
Now,
mhm.
maybe you didn't have time to get your E off because it was on cooldown before you ulted. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you did.
Yeah.
But if we use the tooltip, we all know. In this case, you didn't have
But-
time. But
Yeah.
the point is, now you E. It's like, ew. Ew. We missed out on
Okay,
1.5 worth of auto when we're in range and we're getting hit.
Yeah.
We don't have time to E
So
here.
you-
We cannot E here.
So you don't think it's like valuable to like try to dodge some things with the E? when
It's
you're-
terrible.
So it's,
Okay.
Okay.
What are you dodging here?
yeah, I'm dodging now thin air. Like I tried to dodge Varus E, Q, but I didn't.
So
yeah.
Varus Q'd already.
Yes,
Lee Sin
not
Q'd
even-
already.
Not even that.
And the only time that this would be reasonable is if you had invis, if you had supercharge.
Yeah. Okay. It's that's true. Yeah. Okay. I see it.
Right? Because then they can't hit you back.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But you're getting blasted while you're in range, and then you're eating for
Yeah.
attack speed zero. It just looks trash. Looks terrible.
Yeah.
Okay. Something else, and it's the last thing I want to go over with you today, and likely if we review again, I'm probably going to say the same thing too. So I'll tell you another thing about my mid laner. I'm reviewing very closely one-on-one with a certain player, and he's been in LEC before. He's a good player, but he wants to work on his individual level. Okay, so he wants to get his individual skill back really high, and we were talking about having good or bad clicks. And I was saying, hey, you know, when I was a pro player, like, I felt like I had really good mechanics, like when my wrist wasn't hurting. But when my wrist started to hurt, like, I started having problems with like my movement and stuff. And we came to the conclusion that like to have good clicks, you need to click very fast, and you need to click close to your character, because it allows you to pivot your inputs really quickly, unless you have really high DPI. Now, the point that I'm making is, look at your mouse. So you want to go this way, right?
Yeah.
But in this moment, what if something came around on your screen here?
Yeah.
You have to move your mouse all the way back here and
Yes,
then
yes.
input. Make sense?
I see it.
So-
I should have.
What happens here is, look, you're clicking to hit him, but actually it's not true. The only time you click him is once you're in range.
Yeah.
So
when I'm in
once you're
range,
here, you click him.
Yes.
But
Before
the
I-
issue is, while you're moving here, what's this guy's job?
Yes, trying to kill me.
Try to
because I'm
E
walking
you.
into him. Yeah, and I'm in
So
range,
you need to take into consideration that at some point here, you're going to have to go left or right,
Yeah.
and then forward.
Yes.
You see, it's that decision tree again.
Yeah, it's, it's all over again. Yes.
Right. And then watch how it plays out. You end up killing with auto, which is good. Then you click back, again, too far away from your character. And then here, you see how it's here? Now it's back close, and now it's back here. This is better.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but
let me
that's not optimal.
let me tell you something specific about skill shots. Are you able to run out of his range?
No.
So which way should you dodge?
Next to further down at the fiddle.
You have two choices, right?
Yeah, up, left or right.
Left or right, exactly. So when you're dodging skill shots, it's actually a lot of the good players don't try to outrun skill shots.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the players want to stay in range to do damage. So when you're playing against Ezreal, sometimes you'll run out of the range. But a lot of the time, people will just take slight movements to the left and right. Now, the higher elo you go, maybe Swain predicts you. But in this case, your input here,
back, yeah,
it should be here or here.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to go through for today.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
What do you think? You have any questions? You can also write to me on Discord or whatever if you have some questions.
Okay.
But I'm pretty satisfied with how the session went.
Okay.
I think it's all about, like, once you get higher and higher elo, if you're trying to get into Grandmaster or Challenger games, it's all about the conditional statements. If X, then Y, and you need to figure out, if you don't understand what happens when you make a certain decision, you need to think about it more or ask.
Okay.
Because what you'll find is it's so much like, if I do X, what happens to Y?
Yeah.
And you need to understand with so many variables in laning phase, in objectives, in tempo, in when he has cleanse and I don't have cleanse, who plays aggressive, at what level does the power dynamic shift. There's so much information, but keep playing a lot because your mechanics are pretty good. I think I can help you with your, like, making things easier for you. But I think if you want to get higher elo, it's going to be all about brain now.
Okay, it's like mechanics are. It's not the point right now. Is mechanics. Mechanics are not that bad, but brain is bad.
Your mechanics are like, it's not that either are bad. Like, you play mechanically like a high master player, and you think like a high master player. That's fine. That's where you are. Like, it's fine. It's fine. Like, I always say to my players as well, it's not a problem to be bad. It's a problem to stay bad.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that you're bad. The point is, like, if you don't improve in the next X amount of time while you're playing, then we're going to have problems. But with how you're receiving my information, with how you're, like, ask a question and then you change your analysis, like, you can come to these conclusions yourself, but I can help you and we can make the process of you improving a lot quicker.
Okay.
GG, bro. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Ciao. I'll send you this replay and yeah. Take care, okay? Thanks for your time.
Yeah, thanks.
Peace, bro. Have a good night.
Bye bye.